Hello, everyone. If you've been following me on this channel for quite a while, you would have noticed I push out a lot of videos on writing smart contracts and explaining things around smart contracts. But today I'll be diving a little bit into exploring this protocol. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to go beyond writing smart contracts. If you are like me, keen on building products, you agree with me that it's not only about smart contracts. You have to think in terms of product, you have to think in terms of front end. And this is why in this video, I'll be reviewing this protocol. I'll be reviewing it from kind of three standpoints: from a user standpoint, from a front end standpoint, and from a smart contract standpoint. And with this, if you are a builder, I'll also show you how you can leverage the Morpho stack to build a lending protocol. That means you don't have to reinvent the wheel. But let's not jump over things. So this is kind of the landing page. And yeah, you can see what they do. In simple word, what these guys do is lending. So you can earn, borrow, and build. Now, here's something interesting. When you come over on this buttons, they'll slide this effect. And this is to show you the beauty of Next.js in creating quite interactive user interfaces. And this is why I'm zooming out a bit from smart contract development, because you actually have to be aware of how things go on the front end side of things. Then if you want to know more about protocol, you can simply slide down. And one of the reasons I started this review with Morpho is because of the security side, because I'm very security conscious. On the security side, they've had a couple of audits, which is not for marketing sake only, but like thorough audit. And so far, I don't think they have been hacked yet. So, I mean, that's really applaudable. This is what their earning thing has to offer. You can see the APY 15%. I think 15% is actually still reasonable, and they are not over-promising. Then you can see the optimization over time, tailored, then it's not custodial, meaning you can deposit this trustless smart contract. Okay, that sounds interesting. Let's go on. So you can also borrow. Okay, they claim they have low cost, high consideration factors, from market rate, zero fees. I'm not really sure zero fees will be actual zero fees. I mean, you have to think at the surface level. Maybe later I'll read the smart contract and review it with all of you so we can really see if it's actually zero fees. But let's move on and just appreciate the product. And this is another reason, like I mentioned earlier, why I'm doing this. I want you as a product builder or as a builder to be product minded. Come to think of this now, they have a very clear targeting of who they are looking for. For example, now they are targeting curators and businesses. This is simply how they generate revenue. This is how the protocol lives. They have curators earning fees for automatic yield, risk, and liquidity. Then for builders, like I mentioned earlier, you can leverage their stack, their infra to build your own lending protocol. Let's slide down a bit. Yeah, like I mentioned, they were up on Katina last year. They're runtime guys. Now, these guys are really very good in terms of security, and they've had a couple of workshops. Very, very good. They audited them. OZ audited them. Spearbits audited them. Trade-off beats. And if you are security minded, you will know that these firms are not for marketing purposes in code. Like, these are very, very strong auditing firms. Web3, Spearbits, Cantina, Runtime, OZ, Trade-off beats, man. That's dope. Then if you are a small contract security researcher, these guys have a bug bounty program up for you. You can check it out and try to, break their contracts. Then for formal verification bros, this is something for you. You can use Almos, you can use Setora, you can use Y3. But I think I prefer runtime verifications symbolic. Yeah. They have this thing show they use. So you can probably play around and try the bug bounty if you can hit. Okay, now let's go deeper a bit. So let's check out the earning. Give it a minute to load. So this is the earning page. I get to earn on your terms. Okay, the claim you can terms. And they have a couple of assets, BDC, other stables. Sounds interesting. Apart from earning, you can also borrow inside of it. So it's a collateralized borrowing. You have to provide collateral, then you are able to borrow. And at the moment, they have, I think, up to active loans, which is quite impressive. And to really engage with this, simply try to connect your wallets, say MetaMask or FanFlow, anyone that works for you. I want to show you how it works to earn or to borrow on Morpho. Oh, but this is too slow. People will come back to that. Then you can choose either Ethereum or Base. For me, I'll prefer Base. Since the fee will be kind of minimum. Yeah. It's better to use an L2 than to use the Ethereum net because you have to pay higher gas fees, but the Base, it will be maybe very, very reasonable. So you can pick Base, then connect your wallet, do everything you want to do, and just move. But it's just getting too slow. The same thing applies to the borrowing. You can simply toggle to the other side and see the borrowing aspect of it. Connect your wallet, play around with it if you want to. And I think I should pause to say that if you build smart contracts or if you build on-chain products, you have to get acquainted with using on-chain products. It will help you build well. You will have an idea of what a live product looks like, how it feels, how it works, how users feel when they're interacting with your products. And I think a couple of my other friends have been trying to trade recently, like if you are builders, you can also try to trade, try to use these protocols, and just get active on chain. It makes you become a more sophisticated and more realistic builder. Now let's check out the Morpho Vault. For those who are not aware, a vault is simply a protocol or platform where you can store your assets and it should yield interest with time, but it's essentially for security and long-term asset safety. So you can deposit into the vault here. As you can see, this is the over effects, which is impressive. And now let's check out how it works. You deposit this to the Morpho Vault. Assets are supplied to the Morpho Vault. Then you earn from borrowers. Earlier I showed you how you can borrow from Morpho, but those assets you're trying to borrow are not coming up of thin air. This is where liquidity is being provided. This is where you get the assets you borrow. And those who provide that liquidity also earn yields in return, which makes it a win-win for all the parties involved in using the protocol. Like I mentioned, you have to know who you are targeting. It's not just about building smart contract. It's not just about coding. It's also about product mindset. And these guys are very clear with who they're targeting. You can see individuals, integrators, and curators, which makes the targeting more streamlined. You as an individual can use it if you are building a protocol. For example, I'm building this protocol in the scroll open hackathon. And I'm probably trying to integrate Morpho as a way to invest on chain assets. So I can check this out and integrate it to my academy. As you can see, this is how to integrate. That's the docs, which I'll still show you later. Then we have the curator. And move on from this. This is where it gets more interesting if you are a builder. So you don't really have to build things from ground up again, especially if you're working in this lending protocol aspect of things. You can simply leverage the Morpho stack and build whatever you want to build. And they have a couple of products for builders. This is the Vault, the Oracle Public Allocator. This bundler just came out some weeks back. I saw it on Twitter. I think the bundler 3 is out. So this is the bundler, this is the reward, the Morpho API. Then if you want to index your on-chain data, they have a Morpho subgraph, which you can use. And there's doc for each one of these integrations. So you can check them out. If you want to use them, check the docs. I read the doc for the smart contract integration one. It was quite easy to follow, and I think you should check it out. If you think something is missing in the doc, you can raise the PR to fix things and make it better. And pretty much, I think that will be all for now. And now I'm very sure you have a better understanding of how a lending protocol works, or in the instant case, how Morpho works and what they're doing different. And before I wrap up everything, I think it should be very good as technical writers or as someone with technical writing background to check out the doc. This is where you will know if you can spend your time on this or it will be a waste of time to integrate. I mean, any protocol without docs will clearly waste your time. So let's check them out. Okay, so let's click on Morpho Vault. Let's check out the doc for Morpho Vault. Okay, concepts, overview, core. The roles are clearly defined. Beautiful. So how do I use them in my smart contract? That's what I'm after. Comment curator. Yeah, I think this is what pertains to me. Okay. Yeah, they have screenshots with it too. Impressive. I mean, I'm not a critical reviewer most times. As the builder myself, I mainly just see things to appreciate. Yeah. So you can check this out if you want to build a smart contract that use the curation integration. It has quite all the things you need for clarity and to build properly. You can see here. So pretty much that will be all for now. And up next, I want to review their main smart contract. Let me know if you'd be interested in that. I also want to do what I did for Morpho, for Liquidity, and for RV. Let me know if you want to see those other videos, and thank you for watching. See you in the next.